happened so fast. They hit him in the head with the gun, flipped him in the trunk, closed it, and Zip was in the driver's seat. It happened within the blink of an eye. I don't know when they was pouring the gasoline on me. I cannot remember. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. But what I do remember is when I took off running this, because my thing is I'd rather get shot than get in this trunk and burn. I couldn't fathom the thought of it. So, um, when I ran again, I was on fire. I could literally see flames coming from my back, like literally burning like trash. And I was hollering, I never forget. I'm like, oh my God, I'm burning.
Hi guys, I'm Tiffany Jackson, known as on Facebook as Tiffany Jackson, but every other platform I'm Tiff Mill, as well as Street Mothers podcast host. And I want to tell you guys a little bit about me. I'm a street mom. I've been shot in the head. I've been to prison, and that's the main reason why I'm doing this podcast because it's time for you guys to hear it from the street mothers and not just from the street dads. So, from my point of view, as well as the other street moms' point of view with similar stories.
And we are ready to roll. Thank you guys for joining us and tuning in.
All right, this is Miss Shamekia, and she's here, of course, and she's showing out as usual because you got to know Shamekia. She got a church fan, just in case she gets hot. She just got out of church. All right, Street Mothers Podcast, here we go. All right, Shamekia, we're going to start off with just diving right into your story. I brought you here today because you've been through some things in your life, and it starts with your childhood. So I want to run through your childhood, and then we're going to build up to what happened with you at 16 years old.
Okay. Do I stare at you or do I stare at the camera?
You
What
can
was
look
yours? It's
however,
both.
yeah.
Okay. My childhood was pretty a single mother, household. I'm the oldest on both sides, my dad and my mom's side. So my mom has three children. I'm the oldest, and there's two younger brothers. Then my dad has eight, and I am the oldest of the eight.
Okay.
I grew up pretty fast. My mama was she had three kids, and she was a single mother and a young mother, and she was a go getter. Like I admire. But she stayed gone a lot. She stayed, So I was kind of like I had to grow up fast, get my brothers ready for school. Sometimes just nothing that we've never done in our culture. We've been helping our parents for a long
Yeah,
time, watching the
that's
kids,
normal. And
putting us.
yeah.
For us, it's a norm.
Hmm.
But the flip side of that, it made me feel like I was wrong. I feel like I was running the house. At one, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't mess up the mic. At one time, my mom was fussing at my brother, and I'm like, and my dad was on crack cocaine.
Are y'all from Little Rock or
North
North
Little
Little
Rock.
Rock? North Little
Definitely
Rock.
North Little
So
Rock.
y'all definitely from North Little Rock, Arkansas. All right.
Definitely from North Little
What
Rock.
what part of town in North Little Rock did y'all
Rose
go?
City.
Rose City. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
All
Rose
right.
City. She wants you.
Yeah, baby. We need a drink. Now listen, don't charge this to the ticket, but we gonna get another Jameson and pickleback, and this gonna be on you,
It's
on
on
your
me.
paycheck. I'm just playing, y'all. This is our lovely host. I mean, our lovely waitress,
She's
but
that awesome.
we just playing. But yeah, we gonna go ahead and get Jameson. You want
I'm gonna
another
get
drink?
this. Yes, ma'am. The same.
You want a Jameson?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
ma'am. I
I was
don't even
getting
know
ready.
Jameson. I don't know him. She knew what I was thinking. So, hey, tell me, do I want a Jameson? Hell no, I don't even know him. That's your guy, my guy.
Jameson and pickleback, baby. You know that's okay. Okay, thank you. So y'all, I'm not okay. Anyway, we back to the
We just had a moment. It's life. We had fun. It was a moment we had. Sis thought I wanted some. What was the name?
Jameson.
Jameson. She said, "You want Jameson?" No, I don't want him. I don't know him, but I do hear you. I do hear you speak of him a lot. I know that you guys are pretty familiar with each other, but unfortunately, I became familiar with the what is this?
Sangria.
Sangria, and I like the sangria. I'm really not a drinker. It tastes good. It makes me feel good. But
So okay, we back to your story. So when you were raising yourself, you said y'all were from North Little Rock.
Yes.
Did you go to North Little Rock schools?
I did.
All right. So you went to North Little Rock
I
schools,
did.
and you said you grew up fast. So when you grew up fast, you met okay. So
Y'all
when you
missed it.
when you grew up fast,
We
that
had a
was smooth
moment.
though. Yeah, you was smooth.
And you
So
caught on though. That's the smoothest thing. Like, okay, I just forget it. I gotta keep it real.
Yeah.
This is authentic,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Listen, Tiff had a lipstick on her teeth. I did this. I don't know if y'all seen it, but y'all see every damn thing. So hey, even if y'all didn't, it's funny. I'm like, so she automatically picked up and go, and it was just so funny that she knew what. Never mind. We just had a sister moment.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. So when you were moving fast,
Yes,
growing
ma'am.
up,
Okay.
now you helping raise your brothers, your sisters, your mama at work.
No, just my brothers. I only had two brothers with my mama. So I
Okay.
was the only girl on her side. We get it.
And in order to pay the bills and keep a roof over your head.
And they explain it to us well. So we definitely understand it. Because one thing about us mothers that we're gonna tell you, hey, mama would love to be here all day. Unfortunately, I have to go to work, and I need you to step in and help out. And that's family. That's what be a family. You know what I'm saying?
So what age were you when you started staying at home by yourself with the kids?
Tip, to be honest, I don't know. But if I had to guess, I'll say about 12.
I was 8.
See?
You know, I've been staying at home by myself since 8 years
And
old.
you know what not to do? What? Don't
Open that door
for nobody.
and I knew how to make baked potatoes in the microwave when I get home. When you were staying at home and you was helping raise your kids and your siblings, and your mom was at work, so you said you started feeling grown.
I have been through a lot. Like my mom, dad is just what he is. My mom, dad, he was the first person that showed me that men, it doesn't care. They don't care about your connection with them.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can bring them
as
over.
long as you have a private part, it don't really matter. It's been going on for a long time. Let's talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Most women that I talk to have been sexually assaulted or molested, and it's always by the hands of somebody that they trusted, or somebody that they should have been able to trust. Whether so, not to veer off, but I experienced a lot of that.
Okay.
And it's if one sticks out again is my mama daddy. I asked him for some money one time. He's like, "Well, what you gonna give me?" Like I didn't. What part of the game is this? I didn't get this part. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
How old were you at that time?
I don't really know, Tiff. I don't want to lie. And I try to forget a lot of stuff on purpose.
And they say most victims do that.
So with the age thing, I don't want to lie. It was young, but regardless of the age, it stuck with me. Like I never forget that moment, how he said it in his apartment in Riceville. Those are the moments that I do remember. The age, I really don't.
Your grandfather.
No, no, no. That was my mom's dad. Respectfully.
I got you.
Yeah, you right. But
yeah, I got you.
Yeah. And he's now deceased,
But did you ever tell your mom?
That was one of many stories. My mama was gone a lot. And since then we've talked, me and my mom, about it. I didn't trust her enough to tell her. She stayed gone too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was smart because I had to grow up fast. I'm being left with them. I done told my mama, like, what if I played it smart? Because again, I didn't trust my mama enough to tell her. Not that she wasn't gonna believe me. I think it's more so because she had that hustle in her. She still had to get to the money.
Yeah.
And she'd probably done something a little different, but. And I think that's when I started watching my brothers and sisters after a few failed, babysitters. But I didn't trust my mama enough to tell her just to answer your question. I told her when I got grown. We've had a talk, and I asked her, can I talk to her? Not mother to daughter, but woman to woman.
So
and I found out
that's powerful.
it is. Yeah, I said I need to talk to you. Not as your daughter, not you as my mom, but just two grown women talking. And I learned a lot about my mom, and she learned a lot about me. And we cried. And go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Do you think if you would have told her back then that things could have been different?
As far as what?
As far as her interacting with men and bringing men into your life, and even your actual family into your life. That's men.
Yeah. And it was people that was family members, and my mama trusted. It wasn't just random guys like she dated. It wasn't them kind of. It was her daddy. It was a uncle. It was a real good friend of the family. If I knew that my mama was gonna protect me, as far as make sure you keep me away
Okay.
from this, because I've always been vocal. I've always
Mm-hmm.
been able to talk. I don't mind, like, control talking. I already told my mama this is gonna be on my report card every time you get it. You can whoop me up for the year. I love to talk. I love people. I'm a people's person. I always have been.
And I think that brings us to where we are today. You able to be vocal about your experiences.
Some people can't handle this mentally. It was a lot for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I handled it, but it wasn't easy.
So what age did it stop?
Oh, it wasn't a continuous thing. It wasn't nothing like that. That bad would continue to happen. I'm not
Okay.
gonna.
What age did you become sexually active?
I think about sexually active to where I actually wanted to have sex.
Yes.
About 13, 14.
13?
About 13. I was pregnant at 14. I had my son at
Oh,
15.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think that you actually felt the urge to have
I
sex?
did feel it. Yeah, you didn't been. That's a
That's what I'm.
feeling. I
So
wanted to
that.
touch me in my private part. You ever watch a Beloved?
So you said you got pregnant at
14.
14.
And I had my son when I was 15.
Okay. So what was that experience like having a child so early?
My mama was a bitch. She was a stepper. She stepped.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom, he didn't miss a beat. So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. I loved him. That was my baby. Like any typical black household, we made it happen. We made it work. He was straight. You know what I'm saying? We always say we can't afford another baby, but he came and we definitely afforded. He went without nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
And far as you want to go out, because you still a teen at this point.
yeah, I was going to the club.
At 14?
Yes,
Well, you know what? I was too.
Cameo. Yeah, I was in the club, the Palace. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So when you were at the club and you were kicking it, who had your child?
I left my home, my mama,
So she still held it
because
down
I was
even.
still staying with her.
Oh well,
So
yeah.
I
Okay, I
might
got
sneak
you.
out. She'd leave him in the bed, and he go and he probably to cry, wake up. You know.
All right.
Then I had brothers in the house. I'd get him a couple dollars, let him get in the bed with them. You know
Yeah.
how it go, baby. Bribery.
Okay. So all right. So when you started dating, when you got a little older, okay.
What's defining dating? Because I
Well,
just don't like it. Don't sit well with my spirit. I don't really feel like I've dated a lot.
okay. Well, what were you doing? Fucking.
Yeah, it wasn't dating. These motherfuckers want to be committed, man, and it wasn't
All
dating.
right.
I ain't finna sit here like I dated.
Okay.
I was having fun, and
Okay.
that consists of fucking. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't want you to say dating cute. Is there another word
All
for
right.
500? For 500, Alex, we won't figure out another word. What is there some? Is there
Okay.
some other word we can use
All
that
right.
may define my
All
situation?
right. Just kicking
Just
it.
kicking. I
Okay.
like. I'll
So,
take. I do accept.
all right. Okay. So you were just kicking it.
Just kicking it.
So when you decided that what I got this baby, but I'm still I'm still a teen. I'm still
Yeah.
having fun. I'm
Yeah.
still kicking it.
Yeah.
Can you take me through when you met um your friend Kerry Robinson?
I put say don't say my friend. Say his name.
Yeah,
What is it?
Kerry Robinson.
AKA
Incognito.
incognito. Yeah, right, incognito.
We're at age 16. So if you can just take us back to when you first met Kerry.
Okay. When I initially met him, I was at my grandmother's house on 14th Street. I was outside doing something. He saw me, turned around, got his number. We started talking from there.
Okay.
Oh,
So at this time, did Kerry have another girlfriend?
I don't know. I didn't know about it. If he had one at this time,
You
well, you
didn't.
know how they go. They
Yeah.
ain't got nobody. They ain't never got nobody. Let them tell you. You know
Yeah.
the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then he was coming. You know the game. You just know the game. So I don't know if he had a girlfriend. I'm not gonna say he didn't, because she may know some I don't.
Yeah.
From my perspective, he didn't,
Okay.
or he didn't let me know at least. So, but if he had one, I ain't trying to take no credit from her. He may have had one. I
Mhm.
just didn't know.
Okay. Okay, because that's typical what dudes do.
They do.
Like you said, they'll tell you that they don't have anybody, and the whole time they got somebody
Whole
laying.
family, they do.
Yeah. Okay. So that brings us to the day that you guys had kicked it.
May
Okay, so
17th.
on May 17th, 1999, can you run me through that exact day?
I never forget, me, my mom, and my grandma went shopping. We shopped all day long. Um, and my mama dropped me off at home. And I remember her telling me, till she say, don't leave this house. She told me, don't leave this house. Uh, I'm leaving. I just got me some new clothes, blue jeans, Levi. You know, Levi's was in. Had my Levi blue jean shirt, Levi blue jean shorts, had them blue jean shoes on. Who? Who's staying at home? And I got this little yeah collar, which is, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm staying at home, all right. So I left. She left, I left. We left.
Okay.
Oh, I'm supposed to be carrying you through. You ain't asking me no questions.
No,
Okay.
yeah, you can.
I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Oh my God.
Girl.
His friends was study calling him. They was study calling him, and we end up finna come back to Little Rock from Conway. And I remember him saying, I remember us getting into it. I don't really remember what we got into it about till. And I'm like, take me home. But it was like that, take me home. But if you pull up at this house, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Don't take, because you know. And so we went to these things because they had been calling me. So come by there. And, I don't know what. When we get to the East End, there's a um Michael Williams jumped in the back seat, so he's behind me on the passenger side, and um, Zip is what you call him.
Mm-hmm.
So Zip was in the driver's side, sitting in the back, and we rode to a dead end. I remember them getting out, looking at some bushes, but so we leave from out the little dead end area, and Michael sit behind me. He leaned up and he said, "Don't you say nothing." And when he said it, my first thought is he trying to holler at me and don't want my dude to know.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look back, the look on his face, till I never forget. It scared me. The look on his face. When I now that we know the story, so you could about imagine the look he had on his face, right?
But why do you think he said, "Don't you say nothing" when you didn't know
Tiff,
anything
I don't
yet?
know. I don't know. To this day, I don't know. Maybe don't holler, don't freak out,
Yeah, maybe.
don't do the. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't. I wish I did. I don't.
Okay.
He may not even know why he said it, but thinking about it now that you asked, I've never really been asked that. What do I think he meant? And by him being the nicest, I think he didn't want me to. I'm glad you asked me that too. I haven't been asked that, but me knowing him and the situation from that night, I think it was his way of trying to keep me safe, like to stay calm, stay cool, all that extra. I lean down in the seat and I look over at the driver's side at Kerry, and I say, I just shook my head no, because I can't talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever it is, it ain't right. And I'm sure I had a frightened look on my face because I was frightened. And we pulled up at the Waffle House. It was a Waffle House in the hotel. We pulled up in one of the hotel parking lots off of College Station, going to the Little Rock Airport. They bagged in. It was another car following us. I really didn't pay no attention to it. But when we get to the hotel, he get out the car. He asking his homeboy like, "What's up? My girl saying what's going on?" Kid you not, it happened so fast. They hit him in the head with the gun, flipped him in the trunk, closed it, and Zip was in the driver's seat. It happened within the blink of an eye. It was like 1 minute he was asking him what's up, And the next minute they were showing his ass what was up. You
Mm-hmm.
asked, here you go. It's time. It's go. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So now, Zip driving. I'm on the passenger side. Michael's still behind me, carrying the trunk. Um, they went to the East End to pick up a crackhead, and he was there too. He was in the front seat, and his being there is kind of blurry, and I don't mention him a lot because I
You
don't
don't
remember a
remember?
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot. But I'm gonna get us out to the field. We out in this field, and I'm in the back. Oh, I skipped something. So as we ride, Zip tell me, "Bitch, take your clothes off and give me some head." Well, I done done worse for less. Surely I can suck a little dick to live. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I've
Mm-hmm.
been down feeling suck it, and the stench. Oh my God, I was ready to die. I said, "Take me now, Lord. If this is what I gotta do to live, just pull my number now." So I just couldn't fuck it. So he's like, "Take your clothes off." So I remember unbuttoning my shirt. I took my shirt off, and as I'm taking my shirt off, I'm thinking like, "What can I do to get out of this?" So I'm like, "I'm on my cycle." He's like, "And keep in mind, I wasn't gonna suck it. It's private part because it's instinctive. I don't know what. I don't know." But he's like, "Well, please get in the back seat." So I get in the back seat with Michael, and Michael said, "How old are you?" And I'm like, 16. He's like, "Damn, you done got yourself caught up in some shit." And I'm thinking, hell, you telling me
And this is you just on a date.
just on a date. That's why I say date. I use this lightly. Like I was guilty by association. Like
And
I was
that's
at the wrong place at the wrong
so
time.
so that's important. And I wanna bring this to the young youth
Let's bring
attention
it. Yes, ma'am. Let's bring it.
because dealing with these street dudes, you don't know what you
What
getting
you getting
yourself
yourself?
into.
You don't know what they done before they picked you up. You don't know what kind of beef they got going on. And it used to be a strict rule that babies and children was women and children was off limits. This generation ain't nothing off limits. Your grandma, your child, your wife, your mama, anybody could get it. They heartless.
And see,
They
the
love
reason why I
nothing.
want to bring that to the attention because mine is a little different because I'm actually from a hood.
Okay.
So my situation, I feel like when I got shot because I was affiliated.
So you
Your
understood
situ
your situation
yes,
more. Like I
yes.
put my and you said
Your
that
situation, you had absolutely nothing to do with what was
knew
going on.
nothing, didn't have
Like
nothing to do with nothing,
exactly.
didn't know these guys, nothing till
Okay.
Michael tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Michael tell me, he say, "You at the wrong place at the wrong time." I'm just finna finish it because I'm finna get y'all the story. Ain't no sense to stop. So they ride to the field. We get in the field. They say if you call your mama and she answer the phone and tell her Kerry dropped you off, we'll let you make it. We'll drop you off at home. So I called my mama, and I should have called my grandma because again, my mama was in the club, and my grandma would. I knew she'd answer, but that's neither here nor there now. Because for a
You
long
was
time, I
never
feel
getting
like
dropped
I
off.
I needed to hear that. For a long time, I blame my mama for not answering her
No,
phone.
you was never getting dropped off. I just by listening to what you said and me knowing how I was and how I would have been thinking. I would
That's
have been
just their
thinking
way
like
of
them.
saying what.
No, Carrie would have been the last person that was acknowledged to have been with you. That would have been the alibi. So that Carrie was with you last.
But
And
but
so
they
when
still would have killed me
you
after
would have
I
been
told
dead,
my
but you would
mama
have
and
been
them
last
it
dropped
with
off with
Carrie. I
Carrie.
what you telling me to is that
You was never going
I
home.
was never going home, regardless. If it was up to them, for God, oh my God.
Yes.
But if it was up to them, that's what
You
was
was
gonna
never
happen.
going home. I know how I used to think. And you was never going home, sweetie. You was never going home.
I needed to hear that. But okay, she did answer the phone, and then they was like, just get in the trunk for a little while. We're gonna go talk to somebody, come back. I'm like, hell no, I just can't just get in this trunk. I'm like, I got asthma. They took all my reels, they took my pager. Um, so they said when they did let me out the car, they like if you can watch us set him on fire and don't cry, we'll let you go. Well, I'm sitting there waiting on the 4th of July, waiting on the firecracker. I'm waiting on the fire. Cause I'm trying to go home.
Don't start
Cause
it.
I ain't got nothing to do
Don't
with none of
start
this
to us.
shit. I
I'm
don't know
waiting on
what
the
this
4th of
shit
July.
got to go on. I don't know what's happening. Spark, light up those sparky. You
Yes.
see them see green mail. Light up those sparky. Baby, I was sitting there waiting on the moment like the y'all know y'all be at the 4th of July waiting on the boo 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 boo. And y'all
Girl,
waiting.
you so dumb.
I gotta look at him gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I don't even know what's going on, Tip. Like
Yeah.
it's funny, but it ain't.
Yeah.
If it's me or you, who you think gonna win,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
go. Ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
So they see I'm bullshitting. I'm stalling. They through playing with me. They sick of my shit. So I could tell they coming towards me at this point. They finna try to force me in the trunk. So I took off running. I'm running. I'm running. So I had on some little wedge heels. So one of them ran like a quarterback and jumped on my back. Literally jumped on my back. Took off, had a t-shirt, tied it around my mouth, pulled a gun in my head. And they said, "Bitch, if you run again, we're gonna shoot you." I said, "Well, I'll be damned. That's what you're going to have to do. Shoot me. I just can't see me shoot me." So I was sliding as they was dragging me back to the trunk. Because I ran a pretty nice way. That's how I knew I could outrun them. So that's why I'm like, I'm running again. There's nowhere about it. I got my ancestral blood in it. Maybe Kunta Kinte. Maybe a little Kunta in it. But I'm running again.
Girl, I'm finna drink
So
my
I
damn
slid
water.
my shoes off. And as they pulling me back to the trunk, in my mind, I'm finna take off running. I ain't finna play with y'all. I see y'all tired of playing this. It's real now.
It's real.
Okay, so I don't know when they was pouring the gasoline on me. I cannot remember. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember when. But what I do remember is when I took off running this, because my thing is I'd rather get shot than get in this trunk and burn. I just couldn't. I couldn't fathom the thought. So, um, when I ran again, I was on fire. I could literally see flames coming from my back, like literally burning like trash. And I was hollering, I never forget. I'm like, oh my God, I'm burning.
Do you
And
remember feeling it?
I think that kind of pain is so painful.
It
It's a what is that? Excuse, I ain't good with my words.
excruciating.
It is very much pain, and that kind of pain you sometimes don't feel it.
Yeah.
Because your adrenaline is too much other stuff going on with your body to just be. So I couldn't stop, drop, and roll. We was taught that early on because I had to get away from them. I didn't want them to. I wanted them to think I burned off somewhere. So what I did was hid in the bushes. And before I got in the bushes, I stopped, dropped the roll, put myself out. I took off all my shorts I had on because keep in mind, I had already unbuttoned my shirt in the car when he wanted some head. I had already um, took off my shoes as they dragged me back to the car. So I ain't got nothing left but my panties, my shorts, and my bra. So I take my shorts and stuff off, and when I heard the big boom, I'm like, this noise was too loud. A noise like that, they gotta be gone. It's too much. That's too much attention. So I jumped the fence. I was knocking on people's door, and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I should have been at home. It's about 1 o'clock. People looking at me, and can you imagine? I'm knocking on your door at 1 o'clock in the morning, naked, half naked, and burnt up. But it looked like mud, obviously, like my flesh was falling off. I ended up knocking on this older lady's door, and she let me in. And she said, "Oh my God, baby, you feeling some mud?" I said, "No, ma'am, I just got set on fire." I said, "What I need you to do is call my grandma." So she called my grandma, and then called 911. My grandma and the ambulance made at the same time. My grandma lived in North Little Rock, and um she wanted to put a robe or a towel on me. And I said, "No, ma'am, don't touch it, because it was flesh." My grandma pulled up, the ambulance pulled up. We go to I tell him, I said, "Hey, my boyfriend over there in the trunk dead." Keep in mind, I think it was my boyfriend. I said, "He over there dead." They like, "No, ma'am, he's not dead. It's an ambulance over there, too." I'm like, "You ain't getting it. He over there dead." Like, there was no way that I just knew he was dead. They had him in the trunk. They put the gasoline. I heard the boom. Remember, I just knew he was dead. So I'm going back and forth with them. They putting the IVs in me, get me going. So I get to the hospital. I remember seeing my mama run through the door, and when she seen me, she fainted. And my grandma had to come in there with me. 3rd-degree burns. My skin and flesh had just burnt off. They had poured gasoline on me. I don't even remember them pouring the gasoline on me, Tip. I just knew in my mind I was so focused on running again to where I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew I was finna run again. So yeah, so I was at the Arkansas Children's Hospital. That's where they transported us both to in different ambulance. So he didn't die. He definitely didn't die. I thought he was
So,
dead
so how long were you in the hospital?
for about 6 months.
6 months.
I was in the hospital about 6 months. Again, don't quote me. I ain't good with the time frame, but about 6 months.
So,
Um,
what was your treatment plan? Like,
I
what?
had to have skin grafts, so they had to take the skin off of the skin on my front thighs and my front leg. They took the first layer of that skin and put it on my back and my legs. But and then this, they burned my they burned my arm, and so I had to that was my thing. I had to have skin graft, and I just had to heal from being burnt. I just had to, even when I got out of the hospital, I had a home care nurse to come and change my bandages because I would still have to be bandaged up every day. It was like my like bloody, you know what I'm saying?
I
It
know.
was, yeah. So yeah, he was down the hall for me, and I wanted to be with him. I just feel like he was the last person that seen my body nights, and I just feel like he owed me his life in some kind of way. Stupid now, but young me, I feel like he owed me to be with him, if that makes sense.
Okay,
Because I'm like,
it
you got
does.
me in
It does.
this your situation.
Cause you
You
feel like
owe
this
me.
now is Bunny and Clyde. We locked in. We locked in
I
at
didn't
this
damn near
point.
die for you.
Yeah. So
I don't even know what happened.
right. So okay. So take me through the moment where, cause y'all not together today, are y'all?
Hell no. The car that we were in when we got set on fire, it
Mm-hmm.
was a whole. I come to find out that was a whole nother woman's car.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was dating a whole nother woman.
Okay.
So let me not leave that part out. Yeah, I had found out it was some woman's car. I'm trying to.
Now you knew he had girls, but you
I
felt
didn't
like
really
you,
know he had girls. Tip, I just had met him. I'm from North Little Rock on the cool.
but you
We
didn't
was going
care.
out.
Like you didn't know if this is my dude
He
or
lied and
we
say
just
he ain't had
kicking it.
nobody.
I know. I'm saying, but you know how these
At
street
that
dudes
moment, he
are.
was like my dude in my mind.
Yeah,
Like
that's
this
what
my
I'm trying.
little,
Cause I'm trying
yeah,
to say
yeah.
we know
I
how
was
these
only
street
fooling
dudes
with him
are.
at the time
Okay.
for them couple months. That was my
Okay.
dude. He picking me up. We going places. For a minute, that was my guy. If
So
that's what
let's
you asking.
yeah, and
Okay.
that
Yes.
is what I'm asking.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then and I'm asking that because what I'm trying to get at is how I'm getting to the point where you said there was somebody else's car.
Yes. And
So
I
did
found
you
that out
ever
later.
think that he had anything else going on with any type of females other than
I
you?
didn't think that far about it. I
Yeah.
don't give a damn what he got going. He coming through picking me up. Little ding ding.
Yeah.
Doing
Yeah.
what it do. I'm young. There was nothing. It wasn't. I wasn't big on no title. I don't think I even pressed him on it. Like I'm just gonna enjoy this moment. He was
Okay.
still in the hospital.
Okay.
So he in the hospital. Keep in mind, I still wanted this man to be my man. So he's still in the hospital. We even did a little. I put that garment back a little bit. A little
Wait a minute.
savage. Okay.
In the hospital?
We paying for it. They charge you for every damn thing. I think I deserve a look.
Girl, I'm not finna play with you.
So I ended up getting an infection. Um, prior to him getting out, he got out the hospital before I did. I'll never forget. He came to my door with this girl he was going to move to Dallas with. He kissed me on my forehead and told me he moving to Dallas. I could not believe it. I just could. And then for him to allow her to be at the door while he tell me this and how I just feel like I was owed more than that. All I know is it hurt. It was disrespectful and inconsiderate on his part. It not even his. Like he know what happened that night if
Mm-hmm.
nobody else know. He was there. And oh, let me not forget. So one day I'm visiting him. Not on no hunting. We just visit him in the chair next to him and say, "Man, you a soldier." And I'm like, "What? What you talking about?" He's like, "Man, you was out there fighting for all of them. I mean, you gave them a run for your money. But he thought he was giving me my props, but it instantly pissed me off. So you was conscious this whole time. Keep in mind, and ran from them. They didn't chase me down. He didn't even try to live. He didn't even fight to live. And to me, that's like a.
So how do you think he lived?
I think when the trunk burnt, he was able to kick the latch open and get out. At least that's what he told me. Because I asked, I'm like, how did he? Because I remember I thought he was dead. That's why I
Yeah.
told the ambulance go over there. He dead. So I did ask him. He said that he kicked the latch off and got out. Kicked the latch off
Okay,
the truck.
so whew, so when y'all talk, did he ever say that, you know, I mean, I know you said he told you how he survived,
Right.
but did he ever say why this
Never.
happened to him?
Never.
So what did you
Never.
hear?
The streets was talking. Rumor was he had had his friend killed. His friend had got set on fire in College Station a few days, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say within 3 or 4 days
It was
before
three or
this
four
happened.
days, and his name was Cannah Henderson. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So they were saying that he had something to do with him dying. The streets talking. Kerry has never, as a man, admitted to me why I got burned. He's never discussed it. You know, but that's what
Did you
cowards
not
do.
ask him?
Of course, this is what cowards do, friend. You know, I asked him. I'm asking because I want to know, but what he, I don't know what happened. I when
He
you
not
can't
gonna
give him
tell the
something you ain't
story.
gonna get.
Yeah,
He a
you right.
liar.
You right.
You can't. A nigga can't give you what he ain't got, and the truth ain't in the whole the nigga. He a coward to
So
lay
where's
there.
Kerry from?
I don't know his mama.
Where I'm
I
saying,
don't know. I was from
what
North Little
part of
Rock.
town did he
Little
he
Rock, I
ever
think.
bang?
I don't know.
Do
You know,
you
I
don't
ain't with
know?
that banging shit. I don't know nothing about
You
it.
just fucking.
I'm from North Little Rock. He was tall, light skinned, fine. Ding ding was good. I enjoy his motherfucking company. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, I'm not finna play. Okay, so forget where Kerry from and all that.
You damn right,
Uh,
fucking. You damn right, fucking.
all right.
For the camera, fucking.
Okay. So if you had this, if you had something to say to each one of these guys, because I know all of them, and like I
So
said,
what
I was
story you heard? You said that you heard
I
a
the
story. So
store.
what's your side? Tell me what
Poor
the street say.
Shamika
Uh
was
huh.
being a whore,
Uh huh.
and she was out fucking in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I be damn. Well, you know what I heard
What?
too? I heard that I was in the room with a married man and the wife came there and caught us and set me on fire.
Well, you know that's how the streets gonna do. They
They
gonna
gonna
they
run,
gonna
they gonna
they
do it,
gonna
ain't it?
yeah.
Well, I have y'all know that I thought he was my boyfriend. Was he? Hell no. I thought he was.
All
And was
right.
he my only boyfriend? Hell no. I was having fun. Um, um, so that's that.
Okay.
So
So
I guess the streets was kind of right. I was on. You know, I was out there with this whole ass nigga. I gotta be being with a whole ass nigga. I think that
right.
let me down. Okay. So yeah,
Okay. So Big Mikey.
if it was something that I could do to get him out, I'd get him out today.
Yeah.
Big Mikey was the least disrespectful person. He really the look in his eyes in the back seat with him. It was something different about it.
So Mikey is still incarcerated.
He is.
Yeah.
And my husband is actually in the motorcycle club of one Michael's brother. So I've spoken with them and told him if it's ever something I can do to help, write a letter, whatever, I'm there.
Cause
He deserved to be home.
Mikey really always was a good
He
dude.
deserved to
Like
be home. I
I
have no
I
ill.
didn't been from the sandbox on up
He
to
didn't done
with
enough
it.
time.
Yeah,
It is what
and
it is.
yeah, it is what
He
it is.
deserved to be home.
Yeah.
His mama, I think, was sick or something, and if it's something I can do, I'm gonna do it.
So Derek is out. So
Fuck
what
Derek.
about Derek?
Fuck him. What
But
you
I thought
asking?
you said that he was the
Derek
least.
was the least person involved.
So why fuck Derek?
You know why fuck Derek? Me and Derek used to be kind of cool. I
Okay.
had forgot that we used to talk on the phone on some. I don't know. I don't remember much.
When
But
did y'all talk on the phone?
we talked. This was prior
After?
to this. Hell no.
Oh, okay.
This prior to. And I just feel like we was cool enough to where he should have gave me a warning to get out. We was friends enough, I thought, to
You
where
talking about why you was in the car, the warning to
when
get
that
out?
shit
Okay.
happened, like let her out.
Okay.
Also, when
But
they
but what
flipped
if Derek
Kerry,
wasn't controlling shit? Cause you know that happens too. In that case, do you still feel like fuck
I
Derek?
don't feel nothing towards Derek.
Okay.
It's nothing. I don't have
Okay.
a feeling.
So your main feeling is the person that really put forth the effort to just really.
Was the enforcer for sure.
Okay.
That was shown to me off the rip.
So how did you get past the moment that you got set on fire at 16 and you got past getting burned, you healed and everything was fine. Now you 18 and you grown. Where do you go in your life?
I don't know. I was lost for a long time. I wanted to commit suicide. I wasn't used to this body. I don't know if I mentioned that 2 days before this happened, my mama asked me what I was gonna do with my life because I was moving a little too fast at 14. And I sit in my mama's kitchen floor and told her that I'm gonna be a stripper. I'm moving out of town. I'm gonna be a stripper. And keep in mind, I have a 1 year old son. And she said, "Who gonna watch him?" I said, "You. I'm gonna leave him here with you. You gonna raise him. Once I get on my feet, I come back and get him." How disrespectful was that?
Very.
But at the time, I didn't
You didn't
know.
know.
And when I
You
asked
didn't know.
God why He took me back to that
Mm-hmm.
conversation, I never forget that conversation.
I see you a mother, you're a wife, and you work every single day to provide, help provide for your
And
family.
I smile like I
And you
love
do.
people. I did not let that
And you do not
get me
let
down.
you do not let none of this
I
bother you. You're
don't.
still a beautiful lady. I
Thank you.
want to tell you
And it
that,
took
and
me
I
a
want to give
long
you
time.
a hug.
Thank
I
you,
do.
Shamika. But it took me a long time to get there, Tiff. You know, when you born with probably your body messed up or deformed, you used to that. But if somebody is 16 that admired, I really admire my body. I've always had at 14, I was built like a woman. But God had to humble me, and ain't no telling what Dallas stripping life would have brought me. I'd probably been strung out on drugs, or me and my son wouldn't have a relationship. I just thank God that God's plans are not my plans. Like He knows what He wants for me. I think I went through this to help somebody else. I would tell you, young girls, to listen to your mom.
Thank you.
They know. I'm telling you, it may sound like it's fussing. It may sound so cliche, but your mama know, and she only telling you because we don't want y'all going through that. We went through it for you. Ain't no sense in you having to go through it too. We sacrificed enough so that you don't have to, and that's a blessing. If you sit down and think about it, it's a blessing in it. It's a blessing in it because these friends, man, I've been watching on social media with these friends just to
Setting up their friends and
just
going
not
out.
too
Yeah.
long, these girls was riding together, and she get a text message. She text her friend was like, "I should have rolled with you." Okay, we're
Okay,
leaving.
we coming.
We finna go. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that like the stuff didn't get all wet.
Okay,
Oh,
we
thank
finna
you.
get ready and
Thank you.
close this, but yeah, she what was I saying real quick? Um, he came and threw me out. Well, it's finna storm. We'll do a part two. Y'all listen
We
to
gonna do
y'all
a
Karen.
follow up, y'all.
We will do a follow up, and there will be a part two.
He was very dramatic, and we like it.
And then I'm scared of tornado shit. So he showing up, got my ASS up. I'm getting the hell on. We'll do a part two. I just want y'all to know that these niggas ain't shit. Get your money. Depend on nobody but you and God. And let the rest of that shit leave. Let it
It's
go.
about to drop down. That's what the man said. So
Hey,
we gonna
and he
peace
ain't got to
out.
tell me
Street
twice.
Mothers
Shit,
Podcast,
I'm
and
gonna
we'll
leave
see.
Tim and her equipment. Thank
No.
y'all, and I'll be back soon. Thank y'all for listening. There will be pictures posted later. Thank you for having me.